have any reason to be nervous. Amen. That was good. Good singing. Tell you what, right before the message, again, it's good to have the Lear family with us. Brother Lear, would you come and just give us an update? He said they've been traveling up north, so he's probably ready to get what y'all should. Here's what y'all should do. Now, you guys are from Oregon, right? So they're not probably used to Southern cooking. So while they're here, some of y'all should say, "Hey, come over to the house." That's how they say it here. Come over to the house, and we'll feed you, and give them something good, right? And Brother Lear, now your family owns the Learjet Empire, right? Is that right? Yeah, yeah. They need exactly no, but again, when you think of our country, and again, we're very spoiled here in the fact that man, you can throw a rock at a church in any direction, most places, and places out west, not like that at all. And so I'm thankful that and a lot of times what happens is we'll have missionaries from the south, and they'll go out west, and what happens sometimes, preacher, is they'll go out and try to start a North Carolina church out west, and it fails, and they don't understand it. Well, people are different. Well, think about this. Here's a man, he and his family know the area, know the people, know the culture, and so I would think, I'm not speaking for him, but I would think there'd be less of a learning curve than someone from North Carolina going to Oregon. And there's good hunting out there, right? So some guys probably wouldn't mind taking a mission trip to see you sometime. So, yeah, just take a few minutes and give us an update on how things are going. Man, we're glad to have you guys with us tonight.
Yes, it's been great. Glad we can pop in for a service and stay for a week. We've been mainly up all the way to Vermont, New Hampshire, came back down through Rhode Island, New Jersey, and been in Virginia for probably a good 3 or 4 weekends, and then coming down this way, back making our way over to BIMI for our second year of candidate school. That starts in about 2 weeks. From today is when that starts for us. So we'll be in a church in Georgia, and then a church in Alabama before we head up to Chattanooga, Tennessee area for BIMI candidate school. But it's been going well. The Lord's been blessing. We've had many churches take us on for support. We're probably a little over 20% with our support, which is great to see. And even heard a church in the Portland area, one of the churches that'll be closest to us. Haven't had an opportunity to present our ministry there yet. We were planning to do that when we get back there next summer, but I got an email from the church saying, we're going to take you on for support. So that was a blessing to hear from them, and they're excited to help our ministry get going when we get up there. And so I'm excited to see that by churches in the area there in Portland to say, hey, we're going to want to help you by having people come and do music, do door knocking, different ministries, and helping out. So it's great to see that. Kids have been doing good with traveling. The biggest upset was about 2 months ago. My wife broke her foot. Wasn't very good. Right when we got up to Vermont, our church in Vermont, it was the end of or beginning of April, end of March area, and so there's a lot of gravel still on the roads from the snow. And in the parking lot of this church, there was a lot of gravel, and she stepped out and slipped and twisted her ankle. We thought it was just an ankle twist and a bad sprain, but we decided to go in the next day. It was late night, so we went in the next day to the urgent care, and they said, no, it's broke. And so a bone in the foot was basically broken. And so she's been completely off of it for 2 months now. We're hoping we have an appointment this coming week with a doctor to kind of see what it looks like, and hopefully they say it's good to go and she can start exercising it. I know it's not going to be like, okay, and just walk around, but hopefully she'll be able to exercise it and get going back on her feet again. That's probably been the hardest thing over the last couple months. I've been trying to help out full time in the family so she can rest and not have to do everything in the trailer and all that stuff. So, but the Lord's blessed. It's been great. We've seen some, and another thing was my brother-in-law passed away about a month ago, and so that was kind of a wrench in things. But the Lord I saw how the Lord blessed through that and timing. Where we were at that time was a place where we had some relationships, and so I was able to leave my wife for a week. I was hesitant because of her broken foot, and leaving her with 5 kids, I was like, that's a bad husband right there. But she was like, no, it's okay. I understand. She had help there, and the church that we were at was a blessing. They had a school, so the kids were able to participate in that, and I was able to go back to California for about 5 days for that with my family. And so, and because of that, we were able to be a part of other churches that we wouldn't have gotten connected with and meet some other pastors that are excited about supporting our ministry. So God is good, and we look back at some of it, and I've even had times where I say, man, this is frustrating. Why is this happening? And then right away, something happens. The Lord blesses, brings something across our way, and I say, Lord, help me just to rest in you and know that you're in control. And so we still got a long road ahead of us with deputation. We'll be out here through September, making our way in October back to the West Coast, and finish up from November this year through about July next summer, and then hopefully be back up in the Northwest by July so we can get the ministry started there. But the Lord's been blessing and filling up our calendar. So thanks for allowing us to be here. It's nice to know we have a little bit of a home base in North Carolina to come to, and a church family that cares about us, a place we can camp out if we need to for a little bit. So thanks for letting us stay for a few days, and thank you, Pastor.
A matter of fact, some of you guys with